Hey everybody, happy Thursday. Today on Thursday, Wise Consulting always goes live with another business owner. So today our guest is going to be Joseph Mitchell. He is the owner and head trainer of NOLA Rise Academy. So we're going to wait about 3 minutes, let people start rolling in, and then we'll start. Hey Joe, how you doing?
What up? What up? What up? What's good, Andre?
Nothing much. We are waiting for people to roll in. We probably wait about 3 minutes. If you do me a favor, if you can just send the live to people in your contacts to make sure they start coming on. Hey, everybody. Thank y'all for joining us. Let me get my camera right. So everybody who's joining on, we're going to start in about 3 minutes, letting people come in, and then we'll start. Hey, Ariane.
You out here glowing, huh?
I'm trying.
Okay.
Drinking water. I'm sending it to people on my thing. Thanks everybody who's joining in. Like I said, we're gonna start probably about 2 minutes now. Just waiting for people to come and then we'll start. All right, thank you everybody for joining. We're about to start. Hey Monique. Hey Life Changing Fitness. Hi Boo Willie. Okay, well let's start so we can be conscious of people's time. So everyone tonight, first of all, thank you all for taking this time out and joining us tonight. Our guest business owner is Joseph Mitchell. He is the owner and head trainer of NOLA Rise Academy here in New Orleans. So Joe, I'm gonna now put the floor over to you, and you can just talk about your business, what you do, your road to entrepreneurship, advice that you have for people who are entrepreneurs and people who are just starting. You ready? Hey, Contrail. Oh, you might be frozen. Joe, are you frozen? I think he's frozen, guys. Let me re-add him. Hi, everybody. Thank y'all for joining. Trying to get Joe back on. I think he had froze. Sorry for the technical difficulties. He is frozen. Okay, I think there he goes. Okay. Hey, everybody. Thank y'all for joining. We're about to start. We're just trying to get Joe back on. And he is. There we go. We had lost you for a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, so I had introduced you. I told everybody you're Joseph Mitchell. You are the owner and head trainer of Nola Rise Academy. So right now the floor is yours. Just kind of talk about, your business, what you do, your road to entrepreneurship, and things of that nature. So the floor is yours.
Okay, yeah, like Andrea said, my name is Joseph Mitchell. I come to New Orleans by way of Sacramento, California. I've been living in New Orleans for about 9 years now. I've been training here for about 8.5 of it. Um, I don't know. I've kind of always been into training since I finished hooping in college. I I didn't have anything to do, and so I got into coaching. Went back to my alma mater, high school. Got into coaching, and loved it. Um, and but I really noticed that I liked the not so much the coaching side as I did the teaching side of basketball. And I had a buddy who had a training company back home, and so he waited for me to quit coaching AAU, and so I got into training with him. And by that time, I knew I was moving to New Orleans, so um, I came here, worked with another company that shall not be named, and it just didn't work out. And I went back home for Christmas time. My mentor hit me and was like, asked me, was I dumb or was I stupid? And I just couldn't understand what he meant. He was like, you the brains, you the operation, you doing all the training, start your own company. And so that's what I did. Went to LegalZoom, came up with a name, and been going ever since. For about 6 months, I literally had one client, right? Come to find out, she's a spelling bee champion now, but back then she was just a 7-year-old who could dribble 5 basketballs. And one thing led to another. Got asked to coach girls basketball. Wasn't with it at first, but you, for those who don't know, Andrea is the one who offered me that position and gave me an offer I couldn't refuse, and it's been heaven ever since.
So Joe, so I know you said like you started off, you had one client for 6 months. What was your motivation to continue your company? I know a lot of times with business owners, we get stuck or we don't get any sales, we don't get any new clients. Like what made you continue to stay on that path or not just give up? Because I think that's a lot of times with small businesses. And like a lot of people probably in this group is like probably struggling with like, I've been doing this for 6 months, I've been doing this for a year, I've only got one sale or one lead. So what gave you the confidence or the motivation to keep on going after having just one client for that time?
I loved it. I love hoop. Like I like watching hoop. I like playing hoop. I like hell, I watch my god kids play 2K on TV. Like I just loved hoop, and I just knew it was a process. Like just like my process in when I was coming up in playing basketball. I was tall. I wasn't always good. You know what I'm saying? And I got better and better the more I did it. And then even if you go back and look at my first couple training videos, you like, right? Compared to now, my style has changed, and I just loved it. And you remember, think about it. When you first asked me to coach, man, I was working at Southwest Airlines, right? Training, coming to practice. I was doing it all. I loved it. I was tired, but I loved it. I love hoop, and I like being able to see kids go from one thing to another. You know, and I know we had a thing is we don't judge ourselves by how many championships we win, but by how many kids we get to send to college. Who cares where they go? Just as long as they get a scholarship and they ain't got to pay for them, we not tripping. And I think that's my goal. That's my goal and my mission now. And I think it's altered a little bit since then, but I just love to.
So Joe, I know we have like some trainers in here. I know we have some people in here, like, maybe they're renting a facility or they're like leasing a little spot, somebody's letting them spot. I know now you have your own space that's your own. Like first of all, what gave you the confidence to go out and do that? And like, what are now the benefits of having your own place so that you can call your own?
So first, let me give big ups to women. This is for fellas. Find you a good woman. I'm single now, but back then when I was looking for a place, I had a woman with a vision, right? And she'd always be in my ear. Think bigger, think bigger, think bigger. Because at the time I was training at a hot box out in Gentilly. And it just, I can only go a couple of days a week. And I know the grandiose things that I want for my life. And there's no way to do it just training 1 or 2 days a week. And so eventually we randomly picked a real estate agent. And listen, God is good. He put the right place. He put the perfect place right in front of us.
So what is some advice you have for business owners? Like I said, I know you started off with like one client, using whatever gym you could get into, working a full-time job, coaching with me, still doing your training. You know, it seems like you were just working 24/7. So like, what are some of the things you learned along the way that you basically wish you knew before, or could have saved you time, you know, could have saved you money? Like, what are some of those things that you would like to tell the guests?
One, it takes money to make money, but when I say money, I don't always mean dollar bills. Sometimes it takes, you're gonna have to do some free sessions.
Mm-hmm.
Your marketing game better be good. You're gonna have to do what they call guerrilla marketing, slide in people's DMs, you know. And at first, it ain't glorious, it ain't. But one thing leads to another, and all you need is one really good client, or one client with a really good mom or dad who knows a lot of people, you know. But like I said, if somebody was starting out training, the first thing I would tell them is know your stuff. And then two, go out there, find a little gym you can rent for really cheap, or even if you got to be outside, do it. Offer a free camp. A free camp is where it's at. And then even the people who aren't into basketball training per se, sometimes don't assume because you're good, people just gonna come to you. There's a lot of people good at what you do, but you got to be willing to do the things other people aren't. You know, some people ain't willing to be in the gym all day. Some people are only willing to come to gyms that, you know what I mean? Unfortunately, a lot of people won't come to the West Bank. If you're from New Orleans, people get weird about crossing that bridge. Meet the people where they at. If it's West Bank people, offer a free camp on the West Bank. East Bank folks, offer a free camp there. But you got to be willing to get. People ain't gonna know you if you don't make them know you. You know, and I experienced that, especially with me not being from here. You know, I got lucky to get ingrained into the basketball culture kind of fairly quickly, but it took a minute. Because first of all, I was just a cat from California. The minute I opened my mouth, everybody knew I wasn't from here. but the more people came to me, the more they realized I'm not just a trainer. With me, you're going to get more than just training. You're going to get a mentor. You're going to get a father figure. You're going to get a big brother. You know what I mean? Always under promise and over deliver.
And we always talk about networking with every business owner, no matter what field they're in. What is your feel on networking? How do you feel like that makes you grow? It's something you should do. What is your take on that?
Biggest advice my mentor gave to me: your network is going to determine your net worth. And I say it through and through. Listen, remember how we became friends? It was one conversation at Caesars. Don't you?
They ain't telling all our business.
Hey, listen, I spent the whole 3-4 hours at Miss Kisa's birthday party talking to you. We just chopping it up, right? And then what happens? A couple months down the road, you hit me. Hey, I need you to train one of my players. You know, you just never know who's your inroad to where you need to get to. You know, and so the quickest way to get to where you want to get to is by networking with people who's already there. You know, I, for the most part, built this up by myself, but there's no way I would have did it without knowing the right people to get me into doors. People like you and Coach O, you know, and just other coaches, you know. And so if you just starting out, network. Go find you somebody who does what you do, who's willing to teach you the parts you don't know.
So I know your business has grown over the years. I mean, I've witnessed it, saw it grow. So what are your things that, how did change help you grow? You know how sometimes as business owners, we get stuck in our ways, or we have a vision when we're going into a business like, oh, I want my business to be like this. I want my business to do this. But everybody knows with strategic planning and things of that nature, you might read a 3-year plan, year 2 is like, this ain't the plan for me no more. So I personally know the changes that you made and how it has made you grow. But can you tell it to like our audience, like, you know, what were some of the things you went to now you kind of starting to see like, oh, this is profitable. This is what I should be doing. I'm not really thinking about trying to go back to a 9 to 5 because I'm going in the right direction.
So when I first started out, my prices was cheap. And listen, whatever somebody could give me, I was gonna take, right? And I just was winging it. The times whenever I could get in the gym, I would hit people the Friday before the Saturday's training at about 8, 9 o'clock, right? And I was I was just winging the business and then just trying to get in where I fit in. But now it's about systems, you know? And then I don't like to look at what I do for the money because I would do it even if the money wasn't right. But when I started getting systems in place and consistent schedules, and just think about it, we all got kids. We like knowing ahead of time, right?
Yes.
That last minute stuff, right? So when you get a schedule, when you got an easy way for people to pay, easy way for people to find what the prices are, what the scheduling is, who they're going to be with, where you're going to be at, you know, it helps everybody in the process. You know, I found that the easier it is to give information and get information, the more sales you'll get, right? I found that I can be a bad texter and responder sometimes, but I found the easier access people have to you, the more they treat you like a family member, and the more they treat you like a family member, the more loyal they are to you, right? The more loyal people are to you, they not going nowhere else. You know, people gonna go out their way. Like, if you remember, like, I used to be in the heart of New Orleans, straight uptown, easy to get to, right? Then now I'm in Kenner. Kenner kind of far away. It's not far, but it's not right up the street anymore. But because people value me, like, I would think that it's their loyalty to me in the sense that I've done my part in helping their kids get better. They know that they're gonna always get a responsible person in their child's ear with me. So I recommend every entrepreneur do things the right way, right? Develop your systems. Make sure you got your good systems in place. Make sure you got a good website that people can easily find, right? Instagram pages, social media pages. That's easy to find and clean. Don't just be posting any foolishness. Keep your personal page, your business page, But definitely, if I had to tell anybody advice, pick what your systems are going to be. Your payment systems, how people are going to pay you, where they can find you, in your social media.
So now, Joe, first of all, thank you so much for all your information. Tell us about your journey. You know, we have this opportunity every Thursday so people can hear from other entrepreneurs. So one, maybe get the motivation to start, or to get the motivation to not quit, or just learn some things that as they're going along the way, like, oh, I never thought I needed a payment system. Now they're hearing that tonight. Hopefully they'll go put one in. So that's what we want to have, this small, you know, this small network of, not network of people, but this setting, so people can come in, learn from other people, and just know that it's possible. Because a lot of times when you can see it, then you'll believe it. I mean, I know it's a cliche, but you know, it's true. So at this point, we always ask people in the comments, like, y'all drop y'all questions right now. We're gonna do a little Q&A for a little bit before we get off of here. It can be from Joe, it could be from me, it could be for anything with business. So anything you want to know, if you're into training or you just have a business, Joe, you get a lot of comments up in here. Look at you got my live full, and you're popular.
love me and I love them even more.
So, y'all can stop dropping your questions, but I think one of the best things that you said, Joe, is about how you treat people. Like customer service, no matter what you do, if you sell things, if you're a service-based product, if you're a trainer, anything, that's got to be key. Because once people see that you have good customer service, like you said, they become family. Then when you become family, somebody, you trust them. So you're going to willing to go to, I mean, people, every time somebody asks for a basketball trainer, I already know you are Coach James because I trust y'all. I know y'all. Y'all are like family to me. I've seen y'all work. So that I think is a good thing of not just thinking like, oh, you're coming to me, I'm the best trainer. Okay, but it's more than that. Like how you treat my kid. What's the motivation you're doing? Are they just another number to you? So I think that's really a big thing that people have to understand. Like once you get customers and clients, like treat them like they're celebrities. Just how you trying to run to go get people to pay people to be an influencer for you, or people you don't know. Treat your clients and your customers as celebrities, and they're going to continue to come back. Like when you want a testimonial, those are the people you need to go to, not go pay somebody $100 for a testimonial and they never even, use your service or even know, who you are. So I'm like, that's a big part that people forget. Don't treat people like they're a number or they're going to come back, because you never know. Make them feel special. Maybe they bought something from you. Send them a thank you email a week later. They came train with you. Give them a shout out on social media, or, they have a workout tape. Share it on your thing. So, just always make people feel like, that you are thankful for them coming to you, not like they're supposed to come to you. And I think that's why a lot of people get it messed up.
Yep. Yeah. You know what I feel like? A lot of people create businesses and feel like entitled to people's business, right? And I always say, like, the best reward for a good job is the opportunity to do it again, right? And I like I said, like I try to always over deliver. I have my set hours, but if it's one of my clients and not just customers, say my clients that I've been with for a while, you know what? Normally I don't train past 8:30. All you can do is 8:30. Come on, I'll plug it out for another hour. Cause listen, we all got kids, right? We all got schedules, and I would want somebody to do that for my daughters, right? And I see all these kids like they my kids, right? And so we always have to understand, like for example, cancellations, right? It's one of the most frustrating things as a service provider, because when people cancel, it costs you money when they cancel, right? And a lot of people don't see the back end of that, because they just think, well, they can't, it's whatever, I'll make it up in the back end, right? But for a business owner, that hour that they were supposed to go is an hour you could have filled, right? But if it's one of my clients, I'm not tripping, because they always spend money, and it evens out in the long run, right? And but I seen somebody talk about guerrilla marketing, right?
Someone asked Life Changing Fitness. He's a trainer. He asked, how do you handle the guerrilla tactics?
Hey, sometimes it can come off as slimy, but closed mouths don't get fed, and people ain't gonna spend money with you. They're not gonna spend their time with you if they don't know about you, right? You can post all the videos you want to, but you gotta be willing to slide in people's DMs. You gotta make it where people feel like they're missing out, not coming to you, right? And one thing I try not to ever down another trainer. You don't get anything from it, but you make why people should come to you. Like for example, there's me and James. James, that's my dog. Parlo, that's my dog, right? Our areas of focus are a little different. You know what I'm saying? And think about it, like when we were both at Ursulon, right? Girls train with me a couple days a week. They train with Parlo a couple days a week. So they got both flavors. That's why our girls were good as they were, because they were getting hit from so many angles. But you got to make it. You got to make your business, and when you market, you have to make it an experience that people are missing out on something.
Yeah, and I always tell business owners, I know like most of us are very humble, but you need to brag on yourself when you're selling. Like, you need to come to me because I was a Division I athlete. I won 2 state championships. I have over 100 and something wins. Like, when you Google me, you'll see all these accolades. That's why you get to train for me. My kids are at A, B, C, D school. So you have to brag on yourself. Or even when you're like service-based, you're a business consultant. I've been doing this for 15 years. I have been on 40 under 40. I've been this and I've been that. Like, you have to sell yourself to people. When you go buy a car, you don't just go because you just look at the car. No, once that guy starts telling you, oh, you get this many miles per thing, you get this type of warranty with it, you get this, you get that. So as a business owner, don't be afraid. It's not bragging. Don't be afraid to say why you are as good as you are with this. You bake. I've been baking for 20 years. I went to such and such school. I am certified. Something has a certification as a trainer. I have as a parent, I would love to hear that the person training my child has first aid certification. Sometimes my child, I know you can help them. Or I'm a life coach too, doing this. You okay, Divine, yeah, we got the state championship, you have to say why you are. If you're a real estate agent, I've been practicing real estate for 10 years. I scored a perfect on my exam. Like, whatever it is, the field that you're in, that's why we always talk about continuing education. Don't ever be satisfied where you are. You can always learn more, always get more certifications. All of those things make you look more appealing to people. So when you are doing a guerrilla tactic or you're just posting something, you could say, I just don't do this. I am highly skilled. I am a master. I am, all of those things is why you should come to me. And I think sometimes as business owners, we're so humble that we don't want to come off. Like the guerrilla tactics, one of my clients, I did a press release. We sent out a press release for him. And like, I had to go on some of the news stations. I sent them an email, but I had to go on some of their social media and be like, hey, I have this story. I have a client that's going to be on doing this and things like that. And you know what? 2 of them wrote me back, and now he's going to have an interview with that news outlet. So, like, you can't be scared. Like they always say, scared money really don't make no money. You got to take opportunities. Sometimes they'll be good. Sometimes they won't. Sometimes you have losses, but you never know if you just get stuck in that same spot.
So that's my issue, right? Because I'm very reserved. I'm not one to like talk highly of myself like that, right? Now, luckily, I got boisterous parents who do it well for me, right? But there is a little bit of me having to advocate for myself, because emails only go so far.
Mm-hmm.
Only go so far, right? You got to be able to get on your Instagram live. You got to be able to talk your talk on there, right? Because people can sniff out those who are taking the funk, right? Mm-hmm. I talk that you hit them with your testimonials, right? Hit them with your credentials, right? Hit them with your, especially in our field, which is basketball, hit them with who you've helped get where, right? And people like references, and especially what I've learned then, because we live in New Orleans, it's a relational city. Oh, who went there? Who went to St. Aug went there too? Oh yeah, I'm coming, right? And oh, she played on it. Yeah, they're coming, right? And so you have to advocate for yourself. But listen, business owner, build you an email list. You have to build you an email list. When it does come to marketing, it'll make it a lot much easier with an email list. I got you.
So when those like free camps and all those things that we're talking about, that's another thing business owners, anytime you have any type of event, I don't care if it's an opening, a launch, an anniversary, you're doing something, a pop-up shop, always have a way to collect information from the people. If you have something that's like I used to do my pop-up shops. Well, I used to do the people that RSVP3 event invites, so automatically got your email. But if you didn't, when you walked in, we would check, register you and give you a ticket to win something. So that way I know I caught everybody coming through that door because I gave them a ticket. So whatever you do, anytime you're around customers, if you have a store, there's ways for them to get an email receipt. Get as much data as you possibly can, so when you have that sale or you have that next event, they'll be the first to know, and that makes a customer feel special. Like, oh, I got this 25% off coupon I can use for a week. So yeah, you need that data. You can even do phone numbers too, because now there's a lot of marketing text apps out there too that you can use. But always know who your customers, who's your audience. Like that's the only way. If you don't know your audience, you're not gonna go very far.
So I two things I did. One, I started building an email list, right? Because at first, when I was first doing this, I was literally texting 40, 50 people about camps. I was texting 40, 50 people about sales. It's a hassle. When I could have easily just had my email list, put it into like MailChimp, Constant Contact, out an email blast. All I do is press a button and it sends out 200-300 people, right? But I think that goes back to what we said before about systems, right? Because now I capture information two different ways, right? Whether through the way people, when people pay, I require them to leave an email. I don't care about your phone number. Give me your email, right? And then also like through when they so then when they register for a class, and then when they register to pay. So I'm getting it 2 times, every time, right? And just in case one of them, the system slips through the cracks, the second one won't. Just makes going back, offering packages, offering sales, offering update information, just that much easier on myself on the back end and less paperwork, you know? So definitely build you a good email list, develop you a good system to help guide your business.
Yeah, and then like I know we have a lot of business owners in here. So MailChimp and Constant Contact, that's the first time this has been brought up with a business owner. Those are actually email platforms. So you can make different lists in there. So say you had a pop-up shop, just a Christmas pop-up shop. You collect all those emails, you can make a list just for the Christmas pop-up shop. So if you want to email just that group of people, you can. Or you can say you want to email your whole database, or you want to do it here. So it gives ways that you can send out, you can design your emails. It looks very nice, very professional. And then the great part about both of those platforms is once that email is sent out, you get a report. So you'll know if somebody's email is bad, like it bounced back. You can see who's opening your emails. You can see what time of day is the best time to send your emails to your audience. It gives you so much data. And then all the campaigns that you do, they save in there. So if every year you're doing a Christmas camp or you're doing a Christmas pop-up shop, you can just duplicate your last campaign, change the date, maybe an image if you want to, and you can still send that out. So definitely invest in that if you can. And like I use it for my 9-to-5 job, and we have like over 3,000 people. So I can send out whatever I need to 3,000 people with one click. And as the list goes on, if a lot of them are bouncing back, you know, people leave jobs or people change their email addresses, I just delete those from the system. So you're basically getting clean reports out there, and you know who are your people. Gives the people a chance to unsubscribe, so that lets you know they don't want to get email marketing. So definitely invest in one of those. It's called MailChimp or Constant Contact. I personally prefer MailChimp. To me, it's a little bit more user friendly. Constant Contact to me makes you go to 1,000 steps to get something done. But you know, look at those. And a lot of them are charged by like the size of your company or the size of how many people you have in your email list. So, you know, as you grow, which means you're getting more money, you can go to the next level pricing as you start out. But like we said before, you got to spend money to make money. But that makes your life so much easier. Just a click of a button instead of thinking about the time it would take you to email 100 people.
And listen, it's so much easier now in the last 8 months, like with the with the invention of AI, but with now that you can just put a prompt into like Chat GPT, they'll write the whole email for you. Just customize with your name, and maybe just update with the price stuff. Listen, they take all the guesswork out of it. You ain't even got to do nothing. You just copy and paste, put it right into the email, put your email list in, send it. Best regards, woo woo woo, gone.
Yeah, and chat, that's a good one too for those who you need to write something. Chat, what's it called? Chat GPT. Yeah, that's another good thing business owners need to have. Like, learn how to write emails. You just type in what you want, it spits it out for you if you're trying to do something. So that is another good platform for people to definitely use. Someone said you can set it up or where it do all the email. Yeah, so you can B Allen 030. So you can
That's my
schedule
old,
your emails.
that's my old teammate. What up,
Oh,
Blake?
okay, so yeah, you can schedule your email. So say you did an email on Sunday that you want to go out on Wednesday. Say like you work during the week, you have 2 jobs or something like that. When you do that email on Saturday, you just when you go to the next spot, you put send. You can say the date, the time, and it'll automatically do it itself for you. There's a lot more you can do with it for your business. Yes, you can. Um, so we're about to wrap this up. Joe, once again, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Are there any questions? Let's take this one last minute. Drop your hats, drop your handles in here for your business and what you do. We always try to have this being some type of networking. You know, if you have a business, drop it in the comment, says what you do, and people will follow you. And those who are in the New Orleans area, or those maybe not in the New Orleans area, Wise Consulting, Roots King Management, and Big Poppy Smokehouse. We are having a business social in November. It's called Connection and Cocktails. It's going to be in La Place, Louisiana. It's going to be a time for people. We're going to have vendors there. We're going to have a Q&A panel of different people from different parts of businesses, banking, marketing. And it's just a social for you to actually network with other business owners. Your ticket includes free food and free drinks for the night. We're gonna have meatballs, Joe.
I was about
We're
to.
gonna have a DJ, a
I was
photographer.
going ahead.
All of those things, but just to have all business owners in the area where you can actually talk business, network, learn from people, meet new people that you maybe can do business with, things that you may be lacking in your business. You may need somebody who's a marketer. You might need somebody there. You may have an event hall. You need somebody who does favors and treats. So definitely mark it on your calendar, November 18th. You can find us on Eventbrite. Tickets are $50, but like I said, that $50 includes all your food for the night, drinks, networking. It's just going to be a great night. It's going to be a classy night. We want everybody dressed for success when they come in there. If you're interested in being a vendor, that's also an option. Tickets are $75. $50, yeah, $50. So right now we have an early bird special going on until the 9th where you get $10 off. So your tickets are $40 right now. So make sure you do that. But once again, you can follow me at Wise Consulting. Coach Joe, you can follow him at Nola Rise Hoops, right?
Yep,
Nola Rise Hoops. And like I said, let's take this last minute before we log off. If you do something, just drop it in here. Let people follow you. Join us again next Thursday. Joe, thank you. The information that you gave us, I think, is amazing, just to show people the journey of where you started, and also that the testimonial of like how it wasn't all peaches and cream when I started. It wasn't a million people in the gym, but I kept on, and now I am, I have my own place. I'm training kids. I'm full schedule, not working at Southwest no more. The job you hated. So it's just an inspiration. That's what we really want this platform to be, like for people to take that leap. Like they say, people who are wealthy have multiple streams of income. Nobody's just working one job or have one business. They have different ways. So if you can still work your 9 to 5 and have a business, great. If you want to have 2 and 3 businesses, great. But just want to have an area so people can come get the information that we wish we knew when we first started.
Before we head, I just want to say this. Entrepreneurship is amazing, but I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not easy, but it's worth it. And I'm not one of these hustle push you to entrepreneurship. Keep doing what you're doing till you can do what you want to do, right? Spend a few minutes every day working at it, and then one day it's gonna get to where you need it to get to, because the goal is time freedom ultimately, and to want to do, but love it. And if you love this, you make it your entrepreneurship, your business, your baby. It's gonna reward you. It may not happen overnight, it may not happen in a year or two, but it'll happen eventually if you're good at what you do and you love it. It's like us as former athletes. They say sports don't love it. That's a lie. Listen, we travel all over this country because of basketball. we shed blood, sweat, and tears into this basketball. Took injuries because of it. But we've met so many great people through it. You know what I mean? It's paid bills. It's allowed me to take my daughters places. You know what I mean? Make sure that they can travel. Make sure that their stuff is taken care of. Listen. So I encourage everybody, even if it's a t-shirt business, do it. If it's making little wristbands, do it. It's worth it. It's like Andrea said, you can do anything you put your mind to, and the goal is multiple streams of income, because the way this economy is set up, I don't care what you're making right now, you got to have it coming in from several different ways. And why not make money from doing something what you love? You know? And then I'm done preaching.
But no, that's true, Joe. I mean, you know, me and you, we can talk forever, especially about basketball, especially about sports. But that is one good thing that you said. You gotta love what you do. Like, I know a lot of times people say, "Well, I want to start a business because I want to make my money." That's great, but turn your passion into profit. Like coaching. Like I always told you, I love coaching. I never wanted to be a trainer. That's not my area. Like, I'm like the X's and O's, the manager, the structure. Like, that is my organization. That always been my area. Can I train? Most likely, yes. But it was never my passion to be a trainer. My passion was coaching. And your passion has always been training and not necessarily coaching. So, you know, I think that's why we were one of like perfect matches for each other. But now you have turned your passion into that. I turned my passion of coaching to what I wanted to be when I was a coach. You've done that with training. So, you know, whatever it is that you're doing, I don't care if you're selling houses, I don't care if you cut grass, wash cars, you cook, you bake. If that is your passion and you really believe in what you're doing, it's going to turn a profit for you at one point in time. And once it starts turning that profit, then like the processes and the things that we told you to start doing, it's going to make it so much easier, because you're going to blow up. And you can't continue to give so much time, because now you're going to probably need assistance. And now you're going to probably be traveling and doing all these things. So once you have those processes, you're still making your money, but it's not taking so much time, because time is everything. Time is the one thing you can't get back. Most of us have families, we have kids, significant others, other passions, other hobbies. So you want to be able to give that time to that too, because you do need that work-life balance. It can't just be work, because then you're going to burn yourself out and not want to do anything. But having that balance, and that balance is caused by having processors. So like we said, whatever it is that you do, then don't let anybody discourage you or tell you, oh, you can't make money on that, or so-and-so's doing that. No, if it's your passion and you believe in yourself and you got a good support system of family, friends, customers, clients, or whoever that support system is for you, you'll be able to do it. So many of those people, sometimes you have to have tunnel vision when you're doing this and when you're starting out. The naysayers, you got to block them out. You got to stay on your path. And like I said, sometimes the path has bumps, this and that, but at the end, it's going to be, rewarding for you. So if we don't take anything from us, one thing we're going to do is motivate you. Me and him, that's one thing we're going to do. We're going to pump you up. We're going to motivate you. We're going to make you think you're more than what you are. Or even if you thought you was this, we'll take it even higher. So I hope y'all enjoyed the live tonight. Joe, thank you for joining us. And we'll see everybody again next Thursday. Everybody have a good night and be safe. Bye.